even
Yeah,
care.
exactly.
Brittney Griner return, grind dog, big grin, Griner, the Russian asset, whatever you want to call her. She returned to the WNBA, and now the national anthem hits different. If you guys weren't aware, Brittney Griner had a problem with the national anthem. She wouldn't come out for it. She suggested and recommended the league do away with the national anthem. Then she got caught smuggling hash into Russia, served a little time in jail, for some reason got traded for an international arms dealer who looks like a movie character, and now she has a little
And there was
bit
a movie based on him.
she has a little bit of a more of an appreciation for the land of the home and the free, whilst looking like, who does she look like, Eric? Be as mean as possible. Not Delonte West, but Cuba
I
Gooding
don't
Jr.
know.
is what I'm going with. A young Cuba. Maybe around that scuba diving video he was in, maybe the sled dogs video he was in. Regardless, obviously much taller. Let's see if we can get the quote here. Big BG. Hearing the national anthem, it definitely hit different. So she can't even give an intelligent answer about this. It's just hit different. I'm grateful to be here, that's for sure. I'm not going to take a day for granted. It just hits different. Being here today, it means a lot. Okay, well maybe go around and talk about how good this is and how you should appreciate your country more. But she didn't do that. She hasn't done that. She did a press conference still about how hard it is to be her, and even look at it. Black people didn't have rights at this point. Is what this article gets into because it's CBS. National anthem, national anthem. Brittney Griner. The funniest part about this, Eric, is that what actually happened is they had their season opener and everybody expected them to do so well. And nobody showed up. Well, I wouldn't say nobody, but they didn't sell out. What's even funnier is they had a preseason WNBA game in Toronto where the Raptors play, and they sold it out. And every media outlet was just like, "We need a WNBA team. This is such a great sign that we need a WNBA team." No, and this is what happens when you've got the biggest star in the WNBA returning from being a political prisoner, being traded for an arms dealer. She's back. She's one of the best players in the league. She's back in her hometown, home opener, and they can't sell all the seats. And this is what the coach had to say about it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it was great, but like honestly, come on, LA. Like we didn't sell out the arena for BG. Like I expected more. To be honest,
BG.
right? Like it was great. It was loud, but how was it not a sellout? How was it not a sellout? But
All right, just for once, stop pretending. You're on the computer anyways. You always got your cell phone in your hand. So just take a quick moment, sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/uopod. You will not regret it. You're going to see us fly off the handle and say all the things that we can't say on YouTube lest we be kicked off and shunned from society. So sign up to the Patreon. Appreciate it.
Listen, guy from James Bond movie Casino Royale, I believe who that is, called Lashif. That's who that is coaching the team. Nobody actually cares, is why. Brittney Griner got arrested, which was wrong, but she should have known better. And then they foolishly traded her for an international arms dealer, as if that's the same thing. And now you can't come to terms with the fact that people still don't care. The media are the ones who made this a big deal. Just like the media are the ones who make the women's soccer team a huge deal and say, "Oh, everybody go out and buy tickets to the women's soccer league featuring Megan Rapinoe and the girl who goes by one name who's non-binary, and it's going to be amazing." And then nobody shows up. Like you're saying, Eric, there is no reality that they have to face for some reason. And we don't mean everybody, of course. We mean the people who espouse these points of view. Why? It's like, this person suffered, therefore you owe us money. This isn't, like a charity event where somebody, where Brittney Griner came back from Russia and then she held a charity event for like political prisoners or even regular prisoners that are domestic or children in need or anything. This wasn't a charity event. Their problem is like, you don't like us. You're not entertained by us, but you owe us money. This is what this woman's saying. Well, Brittney Griner came back. Why didn't you give us money? Don't you see we need the money, Eric? Why didn't you give us money? Eric, let me ask you, why didn't people show up? Why?
Well, think about it this way. I said, and I still believe that Brittney Griner is exponentially more popular than she ever would have been had she not done that time in Russian prison. She was
Of
just a
course.
meme. We watched the video of her trying to dunk in a softball interview, and she wasn't able to do it. That's what she would have been known for. So had she not showed up in that Russian prison, or had she not showed up in Russia trying to, get her vape pens or whatever it is in there, how many people would have showed up?
Just Leo and Danny, I think.
Exactly. So look, they are completely desperate. And shout out, it was Lord of War, right? That was based on Victor Bout, the arms dealer
Ah,
that was freed.
nice. Well,
Um,
this was in LA too. Again, California has everything they want. It's supposed to be this perfect society. How come you guys didn't show up for the girls' game? Did it have anything to do with LeBron being in the playoffs at the time? I don't know. Maybe people don't have the appetite for this sport. It's like they won't come to it. There's nothing else to say other than they can't come to reality. And I see comments online for these women's clips about women's sports, and it's like I saw one that I commented on because it said, "Look at this lift. Look that so and so is giving so and so," and it identified them by their first name. And I was like, imagine being a person, a man in a position where you're just like referring to these WNBA players by their first name and thinking that's like broad appeal, like, and it's like, who are they kidding? They can't get anyone to care about any of the players that aren't in college. We all know why, and that's why none of these sports work. That's what, like, the best you're doing is like women's soccer in England. That's the best you're doing in terms of if one of these major sports. It's just not going to
well, I
happen.
also I also saw a post. I think it was from ESPN or Sports Center or something like that. This was a couple months back when I guess there was maybe going to be some sort of WNBA trade or something, and they did this whole post like, imagine these three on the New York Liberty, and it's just thousands of comments of like, who? Like they were trying to hype it up like, imagine this big three on the New York WNBA team, and nobody knows, bro. You can't they try to put them up on this pedestal like, oh, isn't that going to be so entertaining? It's like, no, this isn't LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook or whatever, or Westbrook or wherever. Anyways, it's like it's kind of like this fake it till you make it sort of strategy, I guess. Like we're just going to talk it up, like people know about it. And I think it's fair to say I don't think it's really outlandish to say that nobody really knows about the WNBA who is literally not being paid by the WNBA. So maybe some of the announcers, maybe some of the people who work on the staff, and obviously the players, the coaches, nobody outside of that realm knows. Like, are you gonna go to any high school, arguably in all of North America, right? Canada included, and ask them to name two WNBA players?
No, I would not have the audacity to do this. I can't blame them for trying and for playing it off. Just being like, can you imagine like the scenario you put forth? I mean, that's what they're paid to do. That's what they're going to do. But and I don't necessarily have a problem with that. People are going to troll, and that's why this is a microcosm of why they have to control the internet, right?
Turn it up, Jordan.